Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Consider the shareholders handled.
We'll start.
Kick things off with the financial report.
Thank you. Let's move on to the Q&A. Please raise your hand if you have a question.
この経営者は信頼に値しない。Now just a minute. 経営陣は現実が見えてない。ちゃんと考えて。このどん底。経営陣は現実。
Please raise your hand if you have a question.
今の結果に甘んじてませんか。ウィットが足りない経営ですね。質問はありません。
If you have any questions, this is the time to ask.
経営を精査していますか。落とし穴がありそうで怖い。このままいいだろう。
If you have any questions, this is the time. If you have any questions, this is the time to ask.
この程度しかできねえんだ。聞いてください。経営が甘すぎんだよ。うるせえ。
私の意見。
おい。
That concludes our periodic shareholders meeting.
Well, everybody, this called the meeting went great. Shares are skyrocketing. That's the good shit.
Our ranking went up.
っとくわ。
嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。嬉しいです。スキルアップしましたよ。
We got a job to do.
That's not right.
ラッキーね。
ラッキーじゃのう。
ダメだ。
ラッキー。
I can still make it.
予定通りの結果です。
ツアー完了。Here's how the business did. These are
You got some
incredible
great
results.
odds of going up. Let's keep it up.
Our ranking went up.
ありがとな。マジで騙してないよな。ありがとな。剣士って面白いな。
伊達天梅ちゃんにお任せじゃ。
助力いたしましょう。
よろしく頼むぞ。嬉しいね。ますます頑張るぜ社長。嬉しいね。実力アップ。おう任せろ。We got a job to do. Let's
ツアー開始よ。
いいね。
スイドラン。おお、ラッキー。
ラッキーでしたね。うまくいったな。少し成功。
ツアー完了。Here's how the business did. These are incredible results.
Nice. You guys did great out there. Things are going up.ますます頑張るぜ社長。勉強になったよ。We got a job to do. Let's
ツアー開始よ。
ついて
ラッキーね。
ラッキー
ラッキーね。
いいわね。
よし。いいね。うまくいったな。少し成功。
ツアー完了。Here's how the business did. These are
You guys did
incredible
great out.
results.
Things are going up. Let's keep it up.
Our ranking went up. The shareholders meeting is coming up soon.
We got a job to do. Let's 飛ばすよ。
ツアー開始よ。
いいね。
ラッキー。ラッキー
いいね。
はね。
うまくいったな。ラッキーでしたね。
どうしよう。ツアー完了。Here's how the business did. These are
Nice. You guys did
incredible
great out
results.
there. Things are going up. That's what I'm talking
Our
about.
ranking went up. shareholders meeting is about to begin.
Let's get down to business. Consider the shareholders handled.
We'll start with the financial report. President Kasuga, if you would.
We'll kick things off with the financial report.
Thank you. Let's move on to the Q&A. If you have any questions, this is the time to ask.
会社の信用は失墜しています。待ってください。辞任今すぐ辞任しています。うるさい。ここまでにしとくわ。
Please raise your hand if you have a question. If you have any questions,
このまま来期も続けられますか？落とし穴がありそうで怖い。
私の意見は
if you have any questions, this is the time to ask.
経営は本当にうまくいってますか？
ちゃんと考
会社をもっと大きくできますか？
Respect your elders.
経営は本当にうまくいってますか？
聞いてください。
納得できましたよ。
If you have any questions, if you have any questions,
うまくいっているのですか？
聞いてくれますか？
あまり経営に思えます。
いや、待ってください。
見ましたよ。
that concludes our periodic shareholders meeting.
Well, everybody, the meeting was great. Shares are skyrocketing. That's the good shit.
Our ranking went up.
We got a job to do.
Let's ツアー開始よ。
ラッキーじゃのう。
ラッキーね。
いいね。
ラッキーじゃのう。
少し成功。
ツアー完了。Here's how the business did. These are
You guys did
incredible
great out
results.
there for going up.ますます頑張るぜ社長。勉強になったよ。
頑張ります。
はいよ。We got a job to do.
Let's make that ツアー開始よ。
おお、ラッキーじゃの。
いいね。
ラッキー。
よっしゃ。いいね。
うまくいきました。
少し成功。
ツアー完了。Here's how the business did. These are
Nice. You guys did
incredible
great out
results.
there for going up. Let's keep it up.
Our ranking went up.
We got a job to do.
Let's
飛ばすよ。
ツアー開始よ。
いいね。いいね。
ラッキーね。
うまくいきました。
少し成功。
ツアー完了。Here's how the business did. These are incredible
You guys
results.
did great out there. For going up. That's the good shit.
Our ranking went up. The shareholders meeting is coming up soon.
We got a job to do.
Let's make that day.
おお、ラッキーじゃの。
少し成功。
ツアー完了。Here's how the business did. These are incredible
You guys
results.
did great out there. For going up.
The shareholders meeting is about to begin.
Let's get down to business.
Consider the shareholders handled.
We'll start with the financial report. President Kasuga, if you would.
We'll kick things off with the financial report.
Thank you. Let's move on to the Q&A. If you have any questions, this is the time to ask.
中途半端な会社だよな。
Now just
裏で社員苦しめてんだろ。
考えてみて。Let me say my
Please raise your hand if you have a question.
ウィットが足りない経営ですね。
聞いてください。今のままで質問はありません。
Please raise your hand if you have a question.
この会社から苦労がこの工場は偽装じゃない。いや、待ってください。満腹。
If you have any questions, this is the time to...
ノベルさん。なんだと？
Please raise your hand if you have a question.
映画甘すぎんだよ。考えてください。
聞いてくれます。
うるせえ。なんと。確かに。
If you have any questions, this is the time to ask. If you have any questions, please raise your hand if you have a question.
映画甘すぎんだよ。いや、待ってください。これで校長とか。うるせえ。
That concludes our periodic shareholders meeting.
Well, everybody, this calls for a celebration.
The meeting went great. Shares are skyrocketing. Let's keep it up.
Our ranking went up.
I think you're husband material.
We got a job to do.
Let's make that again.
Lucky.
ついとらんの。ついとらんの。
勝ち越し成功。
ツアー完了. Here's how the business did. These are
Nice. You guys did
incredible
great out
results.
We got a job to do.
I'm so hot.
Let's make that
ツアー
again.
開始よ.
おお、ラッキーじゃのう。
That's not right.
ラッキー
I can still make it work.
ついとらんの。
ツアー完了 Here's how the business did. These are
Nice. You
incredible
guys did
results.
great out there. We got a job to do.
飛ばすよ
ツアー開始よ
でしたね。
おお、ラッキーじゃの。悪いわね。
ラッキーね
Still make it work.
少し成功
ツアー完了 Here's how the business did. These are
Nice.
incredible
You guys did
results.
great out there.
The shareholders meeting is coming up soon.
We got a job to do.
Let's
ツアー開始よ
That's not right.
おお、ラッキーじゃの。
I can still make it work.
ツアー完了 Here's how the business did. These are
Nice. You
incredible
guys did
results.
great out there. Got it. Let's get down to business.
It's always room to grow.
Consider the shareholders handled.
We'll start with the financial report. President Kasuga, if you...
We'll kick things off with the financial report.
Thank you. Let's move on to the Q&A. If you have any questions, this is the time to ask.
父さんが心配です。経営陣は参進するべきかと思います。私の意見だ。納得できましたよ。
If you have any questions, this is the time to ask.
障害者株売っちゃうぞ。中途半端な会社だよ。
こう考えてみて。
聞いてください。
If you have any questions, this is the time to ask.
調子に乗ってんじゃねえぞ俺。どうせこっから下り坂に。うるせえ。
私の意見だ。
もっと。
Please raise your hand if you have a question. If you have any questions, this is the time to ask.
どうせこっから下り坂になる。もっと利益出す。
Concludes our periodic shareholders meeting.
Well, everybody, the meeting went great. Shares are skyrocketing. That's the good shit.
Our ranking went up.
Okay. So.
Excuse me.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Hmm? Hmm.
Oh? What's wrong, Kasuga-san? You don't look too happy.
Yeah, you okay? I've heard of a punch perm, but that thing's ridiculous.
My hair's always been like this. Oh, and I got some new conditions from Nick.
Is that right? So, what are they?
Top 20 in the share price ranking. And he wants us to move the HQ.
Huh?
What?
Move? So, that would mean we have to take all our stuff to some fancy new building?
That about sums it up, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sure you don't wanna. I kinda just agreed. Didn't even think about how you two felt. There's no point in making our company bigger than it needs to be. What's important is to keep Ichiban Confections the way it is. Making you guys move was selfish of me. Sorry, I should have asked. I'll go talk with Nick. We won't be needing any more investments. Ichiban Confections gonna stay right here. We'll focus on protecting the original...
Yeah!
Whoa!
Huh?
Moving is gonna be amazing! Finally! A clean, newly built building is just what we need! Ah!
This is great! And it just so happens there's a property I've secretly had my eyes on. It's a high-rise office building near the station. How about we try there?
Hey, hold up a sec. You sure about this? You really want to move?
Of course we do. We were a pretty big company before we got duped and had everything taken from us. This move is the first step to making our glorious return. New building! New building!
Okay then, I guess that settles it. Let's check out this high-rise.
That's right. And while we're at it, why don't we change the company name, too?
The name?
We're doing a lot more than just sweets now. If we stay Ichiban Confections, it might make us sound like we're neglecting our other businesses.
True. If we're known as nothing but a confectionery, who knows what opportunities we might miss out on?
Yeah, good point. All right then. What should the new name be?
What about Ichiban Holdings? How does that sound? Companies that deal in more than one line of business often refer to themselves as so-and-so holdings.
Ichiban Holdings, huh? Sounds pretty amazing. I'm cool with that. What about you, Granny?
That's fine by me. I'm a sucker for capitalism.
How about you, Omelet? Cool then, that's that. We're moving on up and changing the name to Ichiban Holdings.
Great. Ichiban Holdings. Yes. It's very fitting, if I do say so myself.
Okay, that just leaves finding a new place.
Oh, we'll handle that. Just leave it to us.
Huh? Are you sure?
Definitely. You haven't been in town all that long, Kasuga-san. And I'd like to think that we know this place a little bit better than you.
Just leave it to us. We'll find the best place possible.
Wait, really?
Yes, seriously. Leave it to us. We'll find a nice, cost-effective property.
Okay. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Welcome to Ichiban Holdings.
Wow. This new building is great. And look at all the office buildings. What a view.
What a view indeed! I dare say it's added another 10 years to my life. Isn't that great, Omelet?
Yeah, we kind of made it big overnight, didn't we? Still, this building... I'm guessing it set us back a bit. Come on, quit hiding behind those smiles. How much was it? It was expensive, wasn't it?
Nope, nah, perfectly affordable. Isn't that right, Granny?
That's right. Not expensive at all. Dirt cheap. Nothing you need to worry about, boyfriend.
Oh, I just remembered. We have some business to attend to. If you'll excuse us.
What's this? 10 billion?
The dig is up.
You two... I thought we were going for cost effective. That's what you said, right? Right?
Well, you know,
I'm real sorry. That was the original plan, but we got kinda greedy. Still, everybody's got their weaknesses, right? Nothing we can do about it now.
there were a lot of add-ons that we thought were necessary, and we ended up at the 10 billion mark.
Ended up at... You gotta be kidding me! Man, we still have to get into the top 20, too. This is gonna be rough.
Well, that's okay. We're bound to open ourselves up to doing more business, thanks to our move and all these big upgrades. We'll be fine. We can make it all back in no time.
That's right. It's just an upfront investment. What's done is done. Right?
Yeah, right. Oh well. Whatever you want to call it. I admit that I like the new building. Go big or go home, right? We're gonna rake it in and make this company so damn big, even this building won't be enough.
See? That's the right attitude, Kasuga-san. I'll be giving it 110% from here on out.
Happy to hear it. All right, let's do it big.
where smiles are #1.
To Ichiban Holdings.
Let's get down to business.
All right, bring it in.
ないよ。
簡単な仕事だな。
またな。
We got a job to do.
Oh, いいね。
ラッキーね。
いいわね。おお、
ラッキーでした。
ラッキーじゃのう。
ラッキーね。
予定通りの結果です。
少しっす
ツアー完了。Here's how the business did. These are incredible
You guys
results.
did great out there. Things are going up. Let's keep it up.
Our ranking went up.
We got a job to do.
Let's ツアー開始よ。
いいね。
悪いわね。
ついてないな。計算が
I can
うまくい
still
き
make
予
it.
定通りの結果です。
ツアー完了。Here's how the business did. These are incredible
You
results.
guys did great out there. Things are going up.
頑張るぜ。ますます頑張るぜ社長。嬉しいね。ますます頑張るぜ社長。嬉しいね。勉強になったよ。実力アップだ。有意義な回にしてやるさ。
全力でかっ飛ばす。
任せてくれ。
了解しました。
伊達天梅ちゃんにお任せじゃ。
お世話になりました。
お世話になったね。
We got a job to do.
Let's make that pretty lucky.
ラッキーでしたね。
悪いわね。
ついてな
I
い。
can
うま
still
くい
make
き予
it
定
home.
通りの結果です。
言ったな。
Here's how the business did. These are
Nice. You
incredible
guys did
results.
great out there. Things are going up.
The shareholders meeting is coming up soon.
Oh, 分かった。世話になったな。
We got a job to do.
Let's make that again.
ラッキー。いいね。
いいわね。いいわね。
ダメだ。
今日はついてるな。
Still make
予
it.
定通りの結果です。
うまくいったな。
Here's how the business did. These are incredible results.
Nice. You guys did great out there. Things are going up. That's the good shit.
Our ranking went up. The shareholders meeting is about to begin.
Let's get down to business. Consider the shareholders handled.
We'll start with the financial report.
We'll kick things off with the financial report.
Thank you. Let's move on to the Q&A. Please raise your hand if you have a question.
このままでは No
いや
future
待ってください。
考えてみる
質問はありません
Please raise your hand if you have a
Very
question.
good 裏で社員苦しめてんだろ
聞いてください。
聞いてくれますか
If you have any questions, this is the time to ask.
この工場は偽装じゃない この会社から苦労を
考えてみて
Please raise your hand if you have a question.
経営が甘すぎんだよ
考えてください。
この程度しか
聞いてくれますか
Let me say my
That concludes our periodic shareholders meeting.
Well, everybody,
The meeting went great! Shares are skyrocketing! That's what I'm talking about!
Our ranking went up.
ますか？それでは出発。
Chief,
Hmm?
my friend's got some questions about the day I was dumped in this town.
Yeah. I want to know why you didn't just abandon Ichiban or dump him at a hospital. If you don't mind telling us, I'm sure we'd all appreciate it.
I see. Fine. I'll tell you. It's as good a time as any.
What?
There's an old tradition in this homeless camp. A responsibility passed down through the chiefs for many years.
What responsibility?
On occasion, when we're asked, we dispose of bodies.
What?
Bodies?
Yeah. There's a Yakuza family from Kamurocho who pays us to do it. They're called Arakawa.
Arakawa? Seriously? They, was this going on while they were still Tojo?
I don't know every detail, but yes. The arrangement existed at that time. It existed before I started living here. We've dealt with all kinds of bodies, whether they've been shot, stabbed, beaten, no matter how nasty. We dug holes and buried them under garbage. Who knows how many are there now? Back during the bubble, we got one every month. Or so I was told. Since I became chief, there's only been 3.
Damn. Arakawa the assassin.
But there's one more secret rule. It applies to anyone the Arakawa bring here alive.
A secret within the secret. Great.
What happens if they bring someone alive?
We're supposed to give the person medical aid, then let them go free, while pretending they're dead.
What's up with that?
In the criminal underworld, there's always people wanting to fake their own death. Gamblers, guys on the run, anyone who's afraid someone will hurt them. They send people like that here, and we honor the secret agreement. I think it might actually be a service the Arakawa family provides, but obviously they don't advertise it. So it ended up being a very rare event.
Is that agreement why you saved me? This live body rule?
You got it.
What sort of guy dropped me off here?
I mean, probably just someone from the family. I had no reason to check or anything. The guy lugged you out of the trunk of a car. You were covered in blood. He paid me and left. Didn't say a single thing the whole time.
I'm sorry, Ichi. You have to die. I'm counting on you, Ichi.
Huh? What the? After Arakawa-san shot me, I think he said something. I think it was, I'm counting on you, Ichi.
What would that even mean?
No clue. But the more I think about it, the more I'm sure he said that.
Look, Ichiban.
What?
I don't want to dash your hopes or anything. But when you were dumped here, you were on death's doorstep. You're only alive because everything I did went exactly the way we needed it to. But it could have easily gone a different way. I know you want to trust Arakawa, but...
I think Arakawa-san had to shoot me. All the other Yakuza at that meeting were watching him.
Huh?
Never mind. You don't get it. Forget I said anything.
I went ahead and got started.
You sure you don't mind treating me?
What? Are you actually able to pay?
Wish I could, but I don't think they'd take this.
You don't sound like you're gonna relax during this meal.
Depends on what you say. Hopefully I'll relax enough to enjoy the duck. So, how do you know Arakawa-san? I'm on the edge of my seat here.
It wasn't long after the war the counterfeit bills started being produced in Ijincho. It was top secret. Only the heads of the Seiryu clan and the Liumang, plus some officers, knew about it. Outside of that inner circle, they also had to hire people to smuggle the bills.
Smugglers?
And one of them was a traveling actor. His name was Toshio Arakawa. He was Masumi Arakawa's father.
What?
One day, he came to us saying he lost an entire suitcase filled with 100 mil in fake yen. No excuse in the world could have saved him. A mistake that grave required the Seiryu clan to make an example out of him for the other smugglers. But remember, only a few people at the top even knew about the counterfeiting. It wasn't a task they could hand to just anybody. So I, being next in line to inherit the clan, was entrusted to carry it out.
So did you actually...
Yes. I killed Toshio Arakawa, father of Masumi Arakawa. In this very place. 40 years ago. But I had no idea who was in the room with my target. By the time I learned it was his 14-year-old son, it was too late. I had to go through with the hit, knowing this boy would see his father die. To make my guilt even worse, later I found out why Toshio lost the fake bills. His wife and her lover had stolen them. Those two fell into the ocean and disappeared. Their corpses were never even found.
So Arakawa-san lost both his parents, one after the other.
And his only other friends, the theater troupe, disbanded soon after without their leader. Masumi Arakawa became a drifter, along with a few other actors. They couldn't trust anyone, so what other path was there for them, except becoming Yakuza in Kamurocho? Arakawa joined a low-ranking family in the Tojo clan called the Hikawa family. Life wasn't easy for him there. They were the kind of family that took hits without thinking twice.
Really?
Yes. So they were always in need of ways to dispose of a body. Masumi Arakawa was tapped to help with that, and he was extremely cautious. To do it, he started coming all the way to the homeless camp in Ijincho.
Really? Even though the family was based in Tokyo? Why?
Well, truthfully, he wanted an excuse to come to Yokohama, because it would afford him opportunities to hunt his father's killer.
I see. So Arakawa-san was using the homeless camp to dispose of bodies all the way back then.
Indeed. As for his hunt, he researched Yakuza and criminals every time he was here. All he started with was a single clue. His own childhood memory of the suspicious waiter he saw here that night. Eventually, 7 years after the murder, I received an invitation to come here. He signed his invitation Masumi Arakawa. It was a bold declaration, and I knew immediately the running would be futile. So I came here, alone. I didn't even bring a bodyguard.
Why the hell not?
Well, to put it simply, I was prepared to die.
But, I mean...
In this line of work, there are no good ways to die. And I can think of worse ways to go that would not give that boy the justice he'd earned. The memory of what I'd done to him never left me, you know. It was always like a small bone stuck in my throat. He was sitting right where you are now.
Here?
Yes. He didn't look a day over 20. But his eyes had that hard, flinty gaze of an old killer. I couldn't help myself. I told him everything. I told him why I killed Toshio Arakawa. I even told him about the secret counterfeiting. I figured I was dead anyway. He had a gun in his hand, and all he had to do was pull the trigger. But he never once interrupted me. When I'd finished, he slowly stood up. I stopped him as he turned to leave. "Didn't you come here for revenge?" I asked.
And? What did he say?
He said, "If only you had ignored my invitation, then I could have shot you in the back." Then he left.
Boss.
In 1984, the 10,000 yen bill changed from the face of Prince Shotoku to Yukichi Fukuzawa. By that time, Arakawa had found his own Yakuza family. So I sent him a gift.
What was it?
A fresh batch of crisp fake bills featuring Yukichi Fukuzawa. They were defective prints with nothing on the back. Not exactly legal tender.
Then how was that a gift?
It's hard to explain. If I had to say, it was out of gratitude.
Sure, but for what?
I should have died that day I met with Arakawa. It would have been right. And yet he spared me. Not only that, but he lifted a terrible weight from my chest. Furthermore, it's not an exaggeration to say the equilibrium among the Ijin Three continues to this day because of him.
Wow.
I owe him an unfathomable debt. And one day, I must pay it back. The defective bills were how I chose to communicate the sentiment. The counterfeiting secret is Ijincho's weakness. And it was only thanks to Arakawa that the Ijin Three could continue to secretly wield that power. But of course, that means if he ever feels like it was a mistake to let me live, he can use the fake bills to unravel everything I've built. The gift wasn't the bills themselves. They were leverage. I actually wrote something on the back to that effect. Neither justice nor mercy should tip the scale. It means that those in power must reward and punish where necessary. I felt it was an appropriate message. I suppose the writing is faded at this point.
Whoa. So that's the whole story.
Up till this moment. But now I'm sitting across from a man holding one of those fake bills. Which, of course, is a message from Arakawa that only I could understand. The message is, Masumi Arakawa sees you as a beloved family member.
Arakawa-san thinks of me as family.
He would not have placed that bill in your pocket lightly. Do you see its significance now? After everything I've told you? There is almost no doubt in my mind that Arakawa did not want you killed. So he didn't shoot you out of malice. He shot you so that you would be brought here, be saved by the homeless, and eventually meet up with me. Do you see? That's everything I can tell you.
That's plenty. Thank you, Chairman. I see it all now. I always kind of figured.
You did? Well, it's your move now. I've only told you what I know, so...
It's okay. That's enough. I trust you.
Well, I don't hear that often.
Yeah, neither do I. Not even from my friends. But those friends are trustworthy to me. And so are you. I believe everything you said. And my faith in Arakawa-san is coming back strong.
Kasuga.
Yeah?
Are you a blood relative of Arakawa's?
No, it's not like that.
I see. Well, he must have been happy to have such loyalty as yours. As proud as any father, I think.
Nagatacho has been rocked by party chair Ogikubo's sudden retirement due to illness. Long a central figure in politics, Ogikubo was the Prime Minister's last ally in keeping Parliament together.
An election shall be held to reaffirm the will of the people. I look forward to a new Citizens' Liberal Party and a new cabinet.
The Prime Minister made more shockwaves later that day. In the afternoon, he announced he would appoint Ryo Aoki to Ogikubo's now vacant post. Aoki will be the first sitting governor to also serve as the ruling party's chair. This bold move is sure to have ripple effects.
How are you feeling, former chairman?
Surely the governor of Tokyo can read. My sign says no visitors.
Oh, suddenly rules are important to you.
Naturally.
Shouldn't you concern yourself with the rules you've already broken? For example, counterfeiting. Your crimes put the entire national economy at risk.
Do you know how many lives were saved by what you call a crime? Hundreds. Any politician can say they built a road or passed a law. But how many can say they caught people who fell through the cracks? You think you're talented enough to do that in my stead?
Oh, I've got plenty of talents. I just use them very differently compared to you. For example, I managed to fit your downfall into my already very busy schedule.
A governor as the party chair. Nothing could be more ripe for corruption.
Oh. Everything I'm gonna do will be labeled scandalous by withered old men like you. But by next year, Japan will have a new standard, and it will have been written by me.
Spoken like a true amateur.
Amateur, huh? Let me ask you. Do you remember my first election 10 years ago? I asked you for the Citizens' Liberal Party endorsement. You insulted me. Your exact words were, "Bleach Japan as a bunch of kids playing at politics." Your home district is Kanagawa's second. Isn't that right? I'm happy to tell you, Bleach Japan will be running a candidate there in the next election cycle. And he'll have the Citizens' Liberal Party's ringing endorsement. So, how does it feel to have everything taken from you by a bunch of kids? Our candidate's victory in Kanagawa's District 2 is all but certain. So I've come up with a plan for taking out the trash in Ijincho. Of course, we'll probably lose half the population.
Are you calling the people of Ijincho trash?
I'm calling them disposable.
Pardon me?
What did you call them? People who fell through the cracks? Can't you see that's their own fault for becoming so dependent on the gray zones? They're responsible for maintaining their home, and they failed. That's what makes them disposable. But I must be going. As I said, I've got a busy schedule. Happy retirement, my former chair. I truly wish that for you. I hope you'll visit Ijincho after its beautiful new developments are complete. You'll hardly recognize it, and I can't wait to see the look on your face when you see it.
So, this your hideout?
Yep, go ahead. Make yourself at home.
I'd love to, but, where could I even do that?
Yes. The square footage of this place leaves something to be desired.
Well, excuse me. I'm hearing some pretty high standards for a couple of pad crashers.
We're not crashing it. Namba-san gave us permission.
Who the hell says no to Jungi Han when he asks to stay the night? I mean, it's freaking Jungi Han.
Hey, where are the rest of your people now that Komijul HQ is gone?
They're fixing the surveillance system. It will take some time for it to be fully restored.
Well, I get why Jungi Han is staying here, since his place is a pile of ashes. But what's Zhao's excuse?
It's not like I could just keep living in Qingchen after stepping down from the Liumeng. Wouldn't have sent the right message. So, I've joined the ranks of the homeless.
Still doesn't explain why you need to stay here.
Maybe because information collects where people do. And this group does seem to be in the know.
We do? But we don't even know what happened to Bleach Japan. Did the police ever put a stop to all that craziness?
The police? Kasuga-kun, haven't you seen the news?
No, I haven't had the time.
Well, Bleach Japan's reputation in Ijincho, hell all of Japan, is golden after the Komijul thing.
What?
Oh yeah, you wouldn't believe the headlines. Despite peril, brave Bleach Japan topples Komijul gang. Grassroots org achieves what police never could. Shit like that.
Wow, great journalism. No spin at all.
That's not even the worst of it. The reports say that Komijul committed arson during its fight with Bleach Japan. And in the blaze, Bleach Japan director Ogasawara perished.
He's dead?
Wait, what happened? He was definitely alive after the fire. That's when we interrogated him.
Yeah, then the Omi Alliance rescued him. Why would he be... Wait, did they?
Yes. They probably killed him. I had that thought right away. At least he died the way he wanted to, as a hero of the revolution.
That guy? A hero? Why'd they kill him?
Because he squawked like a bird when you interrogated him. Why wouldn't they off the guy? Now they're just milking his death for all it's worth. Honestly, it's a brilliant move, making it look like he died in the Komijul fire. No crime reports, cops and doctors wouldn't bat an eye. And Bleach Japan gets a nice, tragic death to go on about.
Damn. I wish we'd picked a fight with dumber enemies.
But what can we do? Go to the police and explain how we abducted Ogasawara?
What would be the point? Half the force is on Mabuchi's payroll. They would just book our asses.
So Aoki has everyone marching along to his little tune. All in step.
Young master.
Okay, Bleach Japan's got us by the short hairs there. But what about the fact they were trespassing on Komijul property?
Well, they must have figured the public would think the ends justified the means. And they were right. The public thinks Bleach Japan is the hero of this story. The police will never prosecute them for trespassing.
At this rate, the Komijul and the Liumeng are going to be extinct in Ijincho. And people like you who give us shelter will be an endangered species. I wish I didn't have to say this, but I suggest you make other living arrangements.
I can't. I'm waiting for someone to contact me here.
Who?
Arakawa-san, he's about to go all in with his next gamble. When that happens, he'll need strong allies.
More than he's already got?
I can't say anymore. I'm sorry.
Me too.
I'll be in touch.
Well then. But isn't Masumi Arakawa the man who shot you?
The boss wasn't trying to kill me. He shot me so I could live.
Sorry, but don't you think that's still kinda fucked up?
It's a long story. Buy me a beer sometime and I'll tell you all about it. But right now, while we've got you on the team, we need to get shit done. We need to stock up on money and supplies because nobody knows what the hell will happen next.
That's for sure.
Hey. Hmm?
Show me what you got.
Watch me.
You're in it now. Yeah. Check this out. Who wants to go? Let's go. Want to fight? I know. Out of my way!
You can win. Fun and games yet?
Watch this. Take this. You're weak.
Over here. Who wants to go?
This.
Well.
Cool.
You can win.
On.
You're
Yeah. Have fun with this. This hurts. The enemy is defeated.
Moving up in the world.
Can I help you? You're doing great. Congratulations. You're doing great. Do your best out there.
Let's bring the pain. good to go.